Hi everybody. Today I want to share our garden plan overview. So I want to show you the schedule that we have, the bed layout that we have, all of the actions that we have per bed, and everything that we hopefully need to do to have a successful garden this year. So first thing I want to do is show you just the bed overview, and this is basically an activity calendar throughout the year. So across the top you're seeing week by week by week by week, and what that's doing is just giving us a rough idea of when things need to happen, and that's for our actions here on the left. So we will roughly know when to seed, indoors, transplant, direct sow, interplant, fertilize, and manage pests. Then we have these here, and these are our beds that we have outside. So we'll be able to see per bed what we have to do for these actions at the right time. So again, just a big activity calendar, and it's a nice way to visualize the entire growing season for us here in Virginia and understand what we want to do. Not only that, but something to save and compare against in subsequent years. So the way we derived a lot of these dates, it's from typical 7B planting times and action times, but we also tried to use the Farmer's Almanac this year, as well as the predicted frost dates like you would. And the varieties that we chose, there were ones that we did well with in previous years, but also others that we've heard do well, and whatever else we might just want to try. So to give you guys a quick rundown on this, we have these beds here 1 through 7. Then we also have some trees and berries and a grassy area that we're just down here in the bottom left that we're just kind of going to grow a few random things and see how they go. So let's take our bed 6 as the first example, right? So bed 6 here, we have carrots right in the middle, and those are going to be direct sow in that second week in March. And that same week we're going to sow indoors our tomato and tomatillo. Carrots grow, and then boom, early May tomato and tomatillo go in. Then as we scroll across, we've got our kale and broccoli that we're going to direct sow at the end of August after the tomato and tomatillos are done. Again, these are rough dates. We probably put some of these a little bit early, but just things to be aware of and have a heads up on. Now you'll notice I didn't put in all the fertilization and pest management. We're still trying to iron that out. We've got a few more weeks before we need to figure all that good stuff out. But that's how this schedule works. We're trying to roll these on and do as much as we can in each bed. So we are trying to be a little bit more disciplined and plan it out a little bit tighter. So for that particular bed, bed 6, you'll notice that we're going from a root to a fruit to a leafy green. The reason being is these crop rotation ideas. This is from that Bonnie Plants website. It's pretty good. You buy the seeds, Bonnie Plants. So what we had first, again, carrots are root. Then you want to turn those over to tomatoes. Then you want to turn those over to leafy greens. Then to legumes, root, fruit, leaf, legume. You get it. But the whole purpose of that is to make sure that you're not wearing out the nutrition in the beds, and just kind of keep that soil fresh, and we're probably going to wind up even dressing the beds as we go. So even though we're going from carrot to tomato and tomatillo, we'll probably dress them and add some good stuff for tomatoes and tomatillos as it starts to turn over there. Same for the kale and broccoli at the end of the season. But again, this is the general idea. This is where we're getting our crop rotation. This is where we're getting our understanding of timing, and just trying to pull it all together in a nice visual calendar. Now the other thing that we did here was, when we go over to our next sheet, we have our bed sheets. So, bed sheets. Sorry. What we have is an early, down the left, early, mid, and late season. And then you look, here's bed 1, early, mid, and late. Bed 2, early, mid, and late. Bed 3, and so on. So let's start here at bed 6, right? Because that's what we just looked at. So we've got our carrots. We're going to plant those, and you'll see we do 12 by 5, wait 2 weeks, do 12 by 5. And haven't finished up the whole schedule yet, so we're working back and forth between these, but essentially this bed 6 has carrots early season. Then once they get turned over, you can see we had these volunteer tomatoes that popped up that we're going to try 2 of those. Then we have a couple super bush tomatoes. We're going to stuff 4 of those in there. 2 big tomatillo plants. And then you can see how many we need to do in our seed little notes at the bottom of that. And then at the end, you'll see we've got all the kale, the broccoli, and all that good stuff going in. So again, root, fruit, leafy greens, and you can see what's actually going on. This helps us get an idea of spacing and how much. Then when we go back to our schedule, we can see the timing of what needs to happen. Then we flip back here and we can go back and forth and really coordinate the physical space using this spreadsheet along with the calendar and timing and actions in the other spreadsheet. This is kind of based loosely on that square foot gardening thing, and you'll see that some of these are really packed in. Here we've got, look, if you look up in the bottom right, we've got our kale and broccoli. Our beds are 4x4. So you can see that we're going to put 2 kale per square foot and 1 broccoli per square foot. Just really stuff it in. But we'll be fertilizing heavily, and we hope to have another good crowd growing year like we did last year. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Tried to keep it pretty simple for what we were trying to do, but at the same time, it's a ton of good information. I'm going to keep everybody posted as we continue to grow this and carry on through the season. Everybody can get some updates and see how this plan is working out, as well as at the end of the year we'll have a really nice tangible place to put lots of good notes in there. Some notes being, okay, hey, we're putting in ginger. Just hover that over, and you can see I added a note in the spreadsheet that says plant in the large colored bucket. So we're just kind of making notes to plan out all the assets that we have and use them appropriately. Again, hope this all makes sense. Hopes it helps everybody. I'm going to put this spreadsheet up so everyone can download just as is. Feel free to take it, use it, do whatever you got to do, make changes to it, post it back up in the comments section. Hopefully it helps everybody too. I'd love to hear what you think. Comments, questions, criticisms, additions, subtractions, all that good stuff from some of you more experienced gardeners out there. But we'll see how we do this year, and hopefully it goes well. So thanks again. Have a great day.